Welcome to Home with Simone. My name is Simone, and as always, a huge thank you to each and every single one of you that continuously supports my channel. Today, we're kind of resetting. It's a new year, and I've got to restock and do groceries, and I decided to take you guys along with me. First, we're starting off in the pantry area, which is right here. And I'm going to be wiping down and washing, cleaning everything. Things are purposely left to run out so that it gives me the opportunity to wash and wipe down the things I need to and get here nice and fresh. And then over here, I've already done some organizing. I had things all over the place. Some stuff were in the wrong bins and whatnot. So I took some time out and I've already organized them, making sure everything's in the right bins and getting rid of any of the excess and making sure that I had important things like batteries and stuff like that. So this area is completely finished. And if you guys want to see the entire video to where I created this little area, I will link that in my description box. But it's definitely my go-to from crafting projects to the top and to all of my tools and things like that. And then down here is where I just have the girls' food and their water. And on this side, my electrical panel, which by the way, in Canada, you by law have to be able to open this panel and close it with nothing interfering it. So this is the reason why when I did the shelving, I left that little small space in the corner there, was to make sure that the panel can open freely and close. But on this side over here is just where I have some of my other tools that can't fit on the shelf or things that I use often. I try to keep tools and crafting and any of that stuff, sewing, all those things, I try to keep it in one area. When you live in a tiny space, it's very important that everything has its own spot that it goes to. It helps to keep things organized and it helps to keep the clutter down to a minimum, which is definitely required in a tiny space. I'm just taking my little bins from on top of the top shelf in the pantry area. By the way, I'm the one that did this area here completely. I had it another way and then I decided to change it and put heavy duty shelving in, which was one of the best decisions I ever made. With these particular containers or bins that I use, and I got these from HomeSense, they are plastic with the metal wiring that keeps its shape. And I highly recommend not using a sponge with a rough part on it. I just use my J-cloth because if not, you end up scratching it. Like, look guys, there's some dust in here. And this is from paper towels. So it's still good to clean these out every so often. But back to what I was saying, I just use soap and my J-cloth to give it a good wash and then rinse it out. Because if you use anything harder, it will cause scratches and that gives it that really milky, filmy look. I have to find creative ways to package or put away things that I use consistently, especially if I have numerous pieces. These little containers or these little lucite bins, they're not even lucite, they're plastic bins, are a great way. One, they look visually appealing and it reminds me of what I have. I find like if I'm using a basket or something that's solid, I don't remember what I have and things just get looked over. So this helps me to stay on top of what it is that I have, what I need, what I don't want. Right now I'm just going to go through if I want to keep all of these or not. And I can tell you right now I do. I did go through this earlier in the year. These are some of my placemats that I have that I really do like. So I think I'm fine with these placemats. All of them are okay. So we're going to rest these to the side. I mean, I really do like this one. This is one I tend to use for my winter decor, which I'm going to be doing that in an upcoming video. So if you're interested in seeing how I set my dining room table for the winter, stay tuned for that. So this one I'm definitely going to be using soon and keeping it. And these are some oldies here that I have. I've had these for a while. These mats. These are probably some of the first kind of glam-like placemats that I got. So definitely keeping these. I don't see why they're folded this direction though. That's strange. They should be like this. And that way I know. And so there's a reason. Excuse me guys, I'm not feeling 100% well today. But anyways, there's a reason why I fold them that way. Because I know in my mind when I look at it Anything that's folded flat and long like this is a placemat. It also fits better, it stacks better in the bin. So it's very important for me that things actually look a set way, because that's how I know what I have from what I don't have. There we go. I said this is where I tend to keep my hand towels and my cutlery. So I don't know why these are in here, because these belong in the party bin, not in the this here. I just put a container in here, and this is where I keep all of my cutlery that I use when I'm setting the table. Right now I'm down to one set. I swear I have a teenager, and I swear he's throwing away my cutlery. Like, I know I'm not the only mom or the only parent in the world that's cutlery goes missing. I'm down to literally one good set, and the other one that I had is missing almost all the forks and spoons. So I just have a whole bunch of knives, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna wash this container, and all of these utensils in here. We'll take care of that as well today. And now I'm just gonna go through my my napkins, which I love every single one of these. I love every single one. I'm not getting rid of any of these. I don't even have to look through it. I'm not getting rid of any. This was a gift from my brother a couple Christmases ago. I love it. It's so nice. And then we have just some different kind of glam ones with a bit of the sparkle on it. Yes, I'm going into more of this minimalistic neutral home, but the glam girl still lives. And then this one's a little different. It has like a zebra print. If I can get it to focus, yeah. So this one has like a zebra print, and this one is just stripes. When you see them together, you see the difference. I always find it so funny that you just never know how dusty or dirty something is until you take everything off of it and have a look, because you tend to wipe around it. But when you take everything off and lift it up and look at it, guys, look at this. To me, this is filthy. Like, there's buildup on here. There is dust on here. This is not a good thing. So I was really happy that I took everything off of it. And then I'm given the opportunity to go ahead and clean this. And it did its job, because this I got from Amazon, and the whole purpose is to cover the little slats on the shelving unit to prevent things from falling through, and also to give anything that you stack on top of it more stability, and it comes in handy. I love it. I'm so happy that I found them, and they have all different sizes for all different shelves. But if you guys have these metal shelves, I highly recommend them to use the liners, because like I said, they catch everything so things don't fall through on the bottom. They fit perfect, and they also create enough stability for whatever you're stacking on top of it to be able to be stacked without falling through the little slats. Any of these organizational trays or bins or containers that you guys see in today's video, I will link the original video in the description that has all of the links to these items, the items that have links, and also where I got them from, just in case I forget to mention it. I use a J-cloth. Again, this is to protect the integrity of the container and not have huge scratches on it. If you use something that's rough, it will leave scratches, which makes it look milky. And then those scratches, they capture dust and dirt, and then you have these dark lines on your containers. Now, this is what it's looking like. I'm going to leave everything to just kind of drain and then dry. This is what how everything looks, nice and dried, which is important because I don't want to put anything away and then there's moisture in there to cause any sort of mold or smell or anything like that. So just gonna pack everything up and put them back in the top two shelves. Again, I'm not feeling 100%, so I'm just kind of doing this piece by piece by piece, but still decided to share it with you. Oh, here we go. When organizing your space, try to create a system that works for you and your needs. For me, I like to see everything that I have so that things get used and not forgotten. For others, you can use beautiful baskets and different types of boxes or containers to achieve a very organized look. But at the end of the day, it's not just about the look. It's really truly about a functionable space. And you may have to use that space over a long period of time and make adjustments based on what your needs are, because initially, the way that you put it, it's not going to stay. Like, I had put everything a set way when I first did it, and I changed it. And the little changes that I made really helped because it just made better sense with my needs and the access that was required for me to use the pantry properly. So I got to show you guys. The only thing I love about this is the entire thing is completely like lucite, except for the balls. But I love it. There it goes. Spoon. Let's see. While I continue washing some of the other items from the pantry, I just wanted to give everybody a tip, especially if you are renting a small unit and you have a kitchen pantry or a kitchen space, that a lot of times these areas come and they have doors attached to them. I had my doors removed, and normally the super has no problem removing it themselves and taking it, so you're not going to be fined or charged any sort of fee. So check with the building maintenance or the superintendent or even the owner and see if this is something that they're willing to do. And I had mine removed, and I just left the space open. And it also makes me accountable for keeping my space organized, and also it allows me not to overbuy certain items because I can see it. Before, when I had my groceries in cupboards and stuff like that, I noticed that I would buy some of the same items twice because items got pushed to the very back and I didn't see it. And I wanted to make a conscious effort not to be so wasteful. And being able to see my pantry uninterrupted was one of the best decisions I made. My advice when cleaning and getting organized is don't wait until the end of the year to do it. Every time the seasons change, if you do a full in-depth clean and organize, so that's at least every 4 months, then it'll be so much easier at the end of the year, and it also makes it more manageable throughout the year. Well, guys, I did the best that I could do. I am so sick. Like, I literally feel like death. I have a fever. I have this irritating cough. I think everybody's getting this cough. Anyways, I am sneezing, headache, but had to get this done. Not for the video, for me. Whether I was recording or not, this pantry was going to be organized. So I hope that I was able to inspire you all to get creative, think outside the box, start organizing your lives for the new year. Trust me, it makes everything so much easier. You're going to have so much extra time with everything that you do if you are organized. I'll see you all in the very next video.